I'm Jona Owings from McDonough, Georgia. I've been building parks for 15 years. I own my own skate park, and I'm proud to say that I put food on the table with my manual labor.
Man, you labor!
Hey, this is Jona Owings with Hazard. We're going to show you how to design and build the bank ramp. The reason bank ramps are so important for skate parks is they actually did come out of the street, and they are the most used item in your skate park. Let's head over to the work area and I'll show you the tools you need to get the job done. These are the tools we're going to be using to build our bank ramp. The pencil to mark out our studs, our chalk line are the lines we're going to be cutting on. Speed square keeps your line straight on your studs. Of course, you need your tape measure to mark everything out. Safety glasses are main essential. Nail gun. If you don't have a nail gun, just use your hammer like we've showed you. Last but not least, your skill saw. And this guy will be cutting out all your lines. So this is the material we're going to be using, 2x6 by 8 foot studs. We are going to be using 2x4s as well. 3/4 inch plywood for your templates and your sheeting for the top. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is measure out height. I have to make an extension because this bank is a little bit longer, so we don't want to make it so steep, we want to make it mellow. The peak height we want to go with is 36 inches. What I'm going to show you guys is how to make a notch. And the reason for that is you're going to drag a 4x4 or two 2x4s together out the back so that you can ledger your deck that's going to be pulled into the back of your bank ramp. At 36 inches, we have to go down to compensate for the 3/4 and the 1/4 inch skate light that brings it back up to 36. So you come in here at 35, make your mark. So right now I'm going to take my nail and my hammer and I'm putting the nail at the peak of my bank ramp so I can run my chalk line to the bottom, chalk a line and cut it. Okay, so right now I'm pulling my tape measure out and I'm finding out where 9 feet is, and the reason for that is I have to make this mellow enough so there's no kink at the bottom. It's a smooth transition from the floor into the bank. So I take my mark here, come back up here, grab your chalk line, slip it right into the nail, pop your line. Next we're going to come down to the bottom. We're pulling in 1.5 inches where the line meets at 1.5 inches, which is right there. We make our mark straight down. The reason we're doing that is we're going to be making a cut right here so we have a strong base where our 1.5 inch 2x6 is laid flat. That way you guys want to drag these around town, you don't break the corner off, just makes for a stronger bank ramp. Next I'm going to show you how to cut your notch. We've got to draw it out first. This is for your ledgers and makes all your ramps and your decks fit together like a puzzle. Mark it at 5.5 because that's your width of your 2x6. Here we are at a cutting station. We got all our plywood laid out. We're going to set our saw at our depth that we need. The reason we have plywood down here is so we don't hit the concrete with our blade and dull our blade. Push it right up against it. It's okay to be into it a little bit. That way you cut all the way through. And let's get to cutting. First thing we're going to do is we're going to cut out our notch. Then we're going to cut our main sheet. So now our template's cut, and we're going to mark out the rest, cut them all out. Okay, now that we're all squared up, take your pencil, make your mark, and get ready to cut. Our bank ramp templates have been cut. Watch part 2 for the next steps in cutting ribs.